Out of the blocks and ready to rock and roll on the market, one of the first titles released and also bundled with the system for an extra $50, Ridge Racer from Namco is the quintessential racing game. It's a matter of personal opinion, but I really think it's a step above Daytona on the Saturn with amazing control of the car and shockingly good graphics. If there was one game that would go on the fireplace mantle with the PlayStation, Ridge Racer would be the first in many gamers' books. On the downside, there is only one track with 5 different variations, but overall, Ridge Racer is a tidal wave of 64-bit power. If you've ever watched the cable channel ESPN2, chances are you've seen some incredible sports demonstrated. ESPXtreme games from Sony, a launch title for the system, allows players to skate, bike, and luge through treacherous terrain while avoiding other opponents and obstacles on the course. Spanning 5 unique course levels, such as Lake Tahoe and Italy, this title is very reminiscent of Road Rash on the 3DO, except the gas-guzzling bikes are replaced with more environmentally friendly vehicles such as rollerblades. With a pumping rock music track and sizzling 3D graphics, ESPXtreme Games isn't just extreme, it's extremely good. If there's one title that will wipe out the competition this fall, chances are good it will come from Psygnosis, now officially named Sony Interactive. Their flagship product, Wipeout, is a hovercraft racing game the likes of which you've never experienced before. Rendered completely on Silicon graphics machines, this is a truly revolutionary racing title, featuring multiple courses, power-ups, and incredible flight realism. It's hard to explain without playing, but Wipeout has a certain finesse about the control which has yet to be attained by other products. Equally impressive is another Sony Interactive jewel, Destruction Derby. As you might imagine from the title, this is the be-all and end-all of car racing, where the goal is to finish first but to destroy your opponent's car in the process. The controls couldn't be simpler: steer and accelerate. As you race around 4 distinctly different tracks, some even with forks in the road, you're on a wrecking spree trying to rid the track of your foes. This is stock car racing at its finest. The actual graphics in the game are flawless, featuring transparent smoke from the engines as well as cars which actually show wear and tear as they become damaged. Furthermore, you're able to fully maneuver the camera during replays, seeing exactly how you prevailed in the race. That is, if you did indeed prevail. Destruction Derby does support the PlayStation Combat cable, allowing head-to-head play between 2 units. If you thought modem games on the PC were fun, get ready to enter a new realm. Destruction Derby is a class act with such a squeaky clean performance, it can go from a rating of 0 to 100 in 5 seconds flat. Most games on home systems have been considered ports or adaptations of arcade units, but never before have we seen a game on a console which was practically arcade perfect. Mortal Kombat 3 on the PlayStation is an exact replica of the arcade unit, so much so that you'll want to start tossing quarters at the TV screen. The second sequel of this popular fighting series is more of the game, featuring fully digitized characters and 8 all-new characters. Although there are a few problems with the CD access time dealing with the morphing of characters, overall this is a simply astonishing conversion. France's latest creative wonder, a little dwarf character known as Rayman, is the star of a new side-scrolling adventure appropriately titled Rayman. Reminiscent of a genre similar to Earthworm Jim, Rayman features 65,000 colors on screen at once, in addition to 50,000 characters and 6 bizarre worlds. The quality of art in this title is certainly a strong point, and the level of creativity is another positive aspect. Although some gamers may feel the concept is perhaps too cute for their tastes, there's no denying that Rayman is a platform title that reeks of quality, and is an all-around high-class production. Tennis is not exactly a game that would come to mind when you think of a game system such as the PlayStation. But Ocean of America set the record straight with the release of Power Serve 3D Tennis, which is a first-person perspective tennis game in 3D. You have the full 360-degree view of the court, the ability to enter championship tournaments, select the type of court to play on, and change camera angles. Although the concept is very good and the graphics are certainly crisp, Power Serve Tennis is a nightmare to control. I consider myself to be a relatively adept gamer, and it was nearly impossible to hit the ball with any accuracy because the perspective was so confusing. Nonetheless, Power Serve Tennis has some powerful graphics, but fouls by falling short of the net in terms of gameplay. The Raiden project, based on the classic arcade shooters Raiden 1 and 2, is a top-down space shooter which doesn't offer stunning 3D graphics or state-of-the-art CD sound, but rather is a somewhat dated arcade classic that has been flawlessly converted to the PSX. With the combination of two games into one package, and the ability to own two arcade classics which you may have spent a few too many quarters on in the past, Raiden is certainly a good game, but not in the league of the stronger 3D titles. Hence, unless you were a die-hard fan of the arcade game, steer your ship clear of danger and avoid Raiden. Finally, Namco, the company behind Ridge Racer, has just released Air Combat, a flight simulator which allows players to select between 16 different jets and take their ego to the sky. The environment is totally non-restrictive, allowing for fluid movement as you track and lock onto other enemy jets. The simulation is realistic with proper jets such as the F-14 and limited ammunition to complete your mission. As the first flight simulator on the PSX, Air Combat is a strong building block, but it will probably be eclipsed by Warhawk, another simulator, in the near future.